What's up, y'all? I want to talk about something very powerful, and I had a interesting observation. Um, I feel like being misunderstood is probably one of the greatest fears that a lot of people have in this world. Just, uh, just the pain of it is unbearable, and I have firsthand experiences which I prefer to keep them private. But I will tell you some things possibly maybe in my life I could relate to, but also my observation. So bear with me. I'm trying to remember. So I had a dream. I had a very powerful dream. It's crazy how your mind dissects things. I'm in awe right now. I'm not gonna lie. I was tired today. I felt like my day, I'm not gonna say it wasn't a good day, but it was like I could just tell I was gonna start probably doing some same stuff I normally do, but I'm imperfect by the end of the day, so I'm not tripping. But I could tell it was gonna be one of those cycles days, But anyway, before I forget, let me explain my dream. Okay, this is why I feel like being misunderstood is insane. So my dream decided to put me in a situation, right? It all started, I believe I drove my mom to the store, right? I was just trying to get some groceries, I guess, probably for the like whatever it was, the cookout or the Sunday dinner or whatever it was, right? So I did. I was going to. So I drove my mom. My mom was pretty happy, because I never driven with my mom yet. You know what I'm saying? So but despite that, she didn't want to come with me out the car. She kind of just wanted to stay in the car. So I was like, okay, well, all right. Well, I'll be back. And I thought it was gonna take a few minutes. Turned out there were certain events in the store. I can't exactly remember. I just remember there was some guy got fired or something. I don't know. It was some random stuff going on, and I got caught up there. But while those things were happening, I didn't realize my mom was still in the car. Now it was a sunny day, so I'm pretty sure it was decently hot. So I left. Basically, I forgot my mom was in the car. I know that sounds bad, but just bear with me. The story will make sense soon. Look, basically, so it took about an hour 30 for me to get. I don't even think I got anything, to be honest, but or maybe I got something. I don't remember. It was. I remember I just came back to the car, and my mom was fuming. Like the bulls in the cartoons type stuff. Like she was really really hot. She didn't say nothing, but she was really 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 hot. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, okay. I was already feeling mad guilty because, what I'm saying, I left my own mother in a hot car. And I don't even think she had the keys at the time. She didn't even have the keys. That's why it was so bad. Like if she had the keys, that would be different. But even then, an hour and 30 is insane. Like, or an hour is insane. So, anyways, I tried to make it up to her. I wanted to give her some candy or something. And she, her eyes gleamed up again. She was fine. It was almost like whatever just happened did not transpire. But I couldn't even find the candy. But she was cool. I guess it was just the fact that I even asked, hey, you know what, let me make it up for you with some candy. Somehow just turned her into a little girl. But yeah. Anyways, after that situation, goes to the house. I believe by the time we got to the house, I'll give you a setting. So basically, right, I was in a room. I don't remember. I don't know what room this is, but sometimes have you ever had those dreams where you end up putting yourself back in a familiar environment you've been at, but this one doesn't even seem familiar. It seems a familiar feel, but it was like a different. I made it my own map essentially, which is insane, right? Crazy how your mind does that. But anyway, I was on a bed. I believe my stepmother and my mom was on the bed, and I believe my dad was there too, and there was I think a few friends or whatnot. So they were playing the PS4 or they're playing some game. I don't know what it was. Probably Sparking Zero. And oh, you can't even play on PS4, PS5. Anyway, so then everything was fine. We was vibing. I wasn't really as guilty about the situation anymore at this point, but whatever. So then that's when the food came in, and then we finally got our food. Now I'm trying to remember exactly what happened, but I'm pretty sure what happened was that somehow while I was chilling, I somehow, I don't know, tipped the food out of her hand, or something just dumb happened. I wasn't aware of my surroundings or something. And then that's when I went into this unruly rage. Like, I never experienced this rage before. Like, I really crashed out. If you want to call it crashed out, that's what it was. And I just started saying, excuse my language, but it's what I was saying. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of this shit. You know, I was just going crazy. And while I was doing that, everybody was looking at me in shock. So, you know, they were just like, they weren't even mad. They were just like concerned, like really concerned, just in shock, staring at me. And then that wasn't enough. So then I damn near flipped a table with the PS5 on it and stuff like that. I unplugged everything. It probably failed, probably broke. And then the friends were a little mad, but they were, like I said, everybody was more concerned. It wasn't about what I did. It was like, yo, what is wrong with this man? And then as soon as I was going out, I don't know if somehow my mom just spawned a random plate. It somehow flipped again. I don't know how, but I just walked out the room. But then, of course, during all this, my dad decided to say, which, you know, I'll tell you, it's not something you would say to someone who is misunderstood. You need help, regardless if that was true. You know what I'm saying? So I walked out the room. And then this is where dreams don't make sense. I walked out the room. On my way out, I saw a random guy and then playing cards with Luka Doncic. That makes no sense, but whatever. It was basketball, whatever. Clearly it was in my head somewhere. But anyways, I digress. So I went outside to get some air. I was already feeling guilty about everything that happened today. Or I'm giving you a first person. I was already stressed, so all the guilt, and then on top of what I didn't make it any better, so I felt even worse. And I don't know, bro, I was just in a dark place. But then remember that random guy that was playing cards with Luka Doncic, just random? He went outside and he doesn't even know me, but he asked, what was going on, man? Let me talk to you. Like, what was going on? So we decided to walk down. It was like on top of this patio, whatever, and we walked down. And then, you know, I started explaining the story to him. But then when I started, the dream ended. Then I woke up and felt like I had to tell y'all this, because what's all this to say is that in our life, this is just in a situation, but people ask why we may act a certain way, or when we're not acting in character, I would say, to people's eyes. And as soon as you act out of character, some people don't have the emotional intelligence to understand that they're hurting. And shout out to Shimon Davis, but I'm out. Like, if you watch his videos, you know. But he talked about being misunderstood. It was like one of his greatest fears type things. And not saying I'm developing a fear, but I'm more aware of it now. Because being misunderstood might be one of the worst pains I could go through. Because imagine you're trying to convey a message, but people just judge it, and it's really the close ones around you. It's not a random person. You get misunderstood by a random person, you'll be fine. But when it's to a family member, it's like, it's crazy. Like, it's a powerful dream. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of woke up kind of emotional, because it was like, first of all, the mind gave me an insight of somebody who was truly misunderstood in my life. Like I said, there's things I'm not gonna mention. I'm being a little bit vulnerable, but that was a promise. I'm not going to do that. But there's situations in my life where when I I was 21, like last year, or hell, 19, 21, whatever, my patience was getting tested because I deal with some people who really been through a lot, and when I do a certain thing to them, if there's a certain trigger that I do, they start flipping out, and it's just like, it hurts that I did that when I wasn't even trying to. Like, on top of being misunderstood, I think hurting people that you love is probably one of the worst pains you can have, you know? And it's kind of crazy because it's like, it's a crazy concept to think about. Like, usually people are scared of ghosts. People are scared of, look, you probably see it on my screen. People are scared of bats, bro. Pumpkins, whatever. They're scared of some things, but some people are really out here struggling with being misunderstood. So I feel like this gave me a sense of empathy that I never thought I would have towards some people. And because in my life, I just want peace. Because all this stuff with people's traumas and dealing with this world is just way too much on my mind. Like, just dealing with that, and then just trying to stand by your principles, but then some people don't understand that. Those that are close to you, those that you share bonds with, it hurts. It hurts a lot. It generally hurts a lot. And it's crazy what the mind would do, man. Like, I could make a video on that. Maybe I should make a video about dreams are powerful or something. I don't know. But because this dream, it was helping me. Seems like it's like it was helping me process my stresses almost. Crazy. But I don't want to make this video too long. It's already long enough. But I hope you get the point. I feel like being misunderstood is probably one of the biggest pains, other than losing someone and stuff like that. That must hurt, man. By the people you're around. And no wonder why people act the way that they act. You can't just start asking now. Now, of course, you try to get to the bottom of the situation and ask them. But I feel like everybody needs some form of help, man. And we're all not that different as you think. We all go through things. It's just that imperfection classes with other imperfection. It just causes a mess. Chaos. It's like, that's what I'm starting to learn. Like, despite my harsh things I might say, or quote unquote harsh principles I want to stand on and all this stuff, it's like the more I do that, the more I empathize with people that I wasn't always seeing eye to eye with. But it's kind of hard when my imperfect self had issues of my own, so I couldn't help them. I could try to help them, but at the expense of me, that's not a smart investment. So it's just, when it comes down to it, this world is just misunderstood itself. The complexities of a human mind. People are crazy out here. These people are genuinely crazy. They're generally crazy and they tweaking. And And then there's people who are the smartest ever in this world. You see how the spectrum is? I'm not saying if you're, you know what I'm saying, going through stuff, you're at the bottom of the thing, but like bottom of the crop. But I don't know, man. I feel like I'm just yapping out, but it's just, I could do this all day. But it's just like, man, we all need healing. I feel like being misunderstood is one of the biggest things. But of course, other than that, it's things that you went through in your life. But I feel like being misunderstood is common because if you try to explain your past to some people who never been through anything, they're probably going to be like, what in the world? Like, you know, they could try to understand, but they don't really understand. And I want to apologize to everyone. I don't know if they're going to watch this video, but I apologize for being so different. Like, I try to be everybody's hero. I try to be the person who does understand them. But I realize I'm not a hero. I'm not an anti-hero. I'm not a villain, but I don't understand as much as I thought I did. And when I realized that I can't help somebody I really wanted to help, it hurts. And I didn't realize that I will go all in at the expense of myself. But out of respect, don't take advantage of me, because now I'm starting to, like, I'm not gonna say get it, but just try to empathize with the depths of pain that people go through, because some people use that as an excuse to act the way they act and stay there. I wouldn't stay there. After this presidency, things are gonna change, but we gotta make sure to keep our authenticity as humans, empathizing with each other, helping each other. We all as a people need to nationally group together, universally group together. But I'm just saying in the American perspective, because it's going to be a very, I don't want to copy nobody, but this winter is going to be very cold if we don't get it together. It's 2024. It's the end of that. We're about to go into 2025. We need to start understanding each other, and those who are misunderstood, you have to find a way to get past that mental barrier, because it's not one-sided. Because I dealt with a situation where I try to understand somebody, but then they use that as an excuse to attack me. And although, you know what I'm saying, so don't do that. Although they learning, it just feels like I'm not doing enough. Sometimes I don't feel like I'm doing enough for people who really need help in this world, and it kind of just hurts me that I can't help them, because somehow the way I do things, I'm not aware of them myself. And also me making the same, because like the thing I like I said, I'm probably make a video on this soon, but I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be for real. Like, I'm the type of person, like, I'm not gonna say it's everything I do, but there's certain things that I beat myself up so hard for my mistakes, bro. I beat up myself so damn hard. Because when I make mistakes, bro, especially the same ones, I will literally have God forbid, I don't even want to say this word, but you know what I mean? I start having a damn aneurysm over it. Like, I start going crazy. Because it's like, it's the same mistake and it's hurting someone. I dealt with some mistakes that is hurting someone, and it rewired my brain. Dude, I'm not editing this, bro. But look, my brain, gosh, I woke up with all this thought. Now I can't even talk. Anyway, it's like it puts my brain in this fear and unhappy state. And to this day, I'm still trying to get out of it, you know? Like, I'm good. Like, I'm chilling, but it's just like, you know, it's just kind of wild, man. It's just, I feel like, imagine you trying to fix your mistakes that keep hurting people, but then you keep doing it. It's like one of the worst pains. Like, and then they think you're doing it on purpose, but it's not. Like, I deal with that sometimes, man. I mean, it can be short things, but there's some things I've been doing for years. It's simple things. It's just guilt. Maybe it's just all about the guilt. But anyway, I could talk all day about it. But it's just that, man, it's a crazy, crazy thing, man. Y'all have a good one, though. Just feel like I needed to get this out of my head. Although it felt like I filled up my head more. But something told me to make this video, so I decided to do it. Hope y'all enjoy this new style of videos. Trying to edit as least as possible, just so it's authentic. Although I like my edits, I love my edits. I can edit all day, but I don't know. It's up to y'all. But to be more authentic and just use it like a therapy session, because this is therapy for me too. So I always want to I have so many thoughts in my mind. I have too many thoughts in my mind. Sometimes expressing my thoughts, I gain more thoughts. Like, it's crazy. So I have to do this. But anyway, y'all have a great rest of your day. God bless y'all, YouTube.